Hi again, we're back to our organization of Google Drive and eliminating excess stuff, making sure that you could find what you need. So one of the biggest things about your Google Drive, again, it's like a file cabinet, and inside each drawer are your files. So I think of each of these items, these folders, as a drawer. You'll see that I name all of my files using the school year. We work in school years, so it just makes sense to me to start it with a school year. So I have each of these categories for the school year. How many you have is up to you, what you need to have, and how it works best for you. I'm going to show you one for my instructional materials. So this is my instructional material drawer, and it's named 2020-21 Instructional Materials. When I open this up, I have it separated by subject and schools. So I have CCS lesson planning, that's my Stratton school. This year I'm teaching ELA for 6th grade virtual students, so I have one of those for planning. I have end of year ideas, gifted and talented, kids gardening lessons. This is just something that I've been accumulating over time. Social studies was the beginning of my school year, and some other information in my financial literacy classes. These are things that were just miscellaneous that I used for school. They are still instructional materials, but they really don't have a folder because it was just something I was doing. So within each of those folders, CCS planning, I'm going to open it up and you'll see that I have folders for each of the topics and then some information and items that I need for that. If I go back to the next one, you'll see financial literacy. Same thing for the different items I have. I have all the information I need there. And I have subfolders in there as well. It just makes things more organized. So these are folders within the drawer of instructional materials. So this would be my file cabinet, and that's where I would keep everything. Now I'm going to go back here. When I make my folders, again, I like alphabetized lists, and I use the school year. That just helps me find where things are. Now that we're at the end of a school year, I'm starting to think about next year as well. What I'm going to do now is create my archives. I have an archive file here that has all my past school years. And I have it by year, 2018, 19, 19, 20, 2021, that's this one, old stuff, and these are really old, 2015, 16. What I'm going to do is now put all of my 2021 information into this archive. It's empty right now, or I'm sorry, I did put a couple things in there already. So I'm going to go back to my drive and move all of these 2020s Again, I'm using select and the control key to select all of them at once so that I could do it a little bit quicker. And I'm going to move these over to my archive. Go back one. Find the file that I want. (2021) and I'm going to move these here. Okay, so now I have a little bit less in my Google Drive. You'll notice that this 2021 challenges for Common Hours, this is summer stuff. And then what I'm going to do is start my new files for the 2021-22 school year. And I'll open those up like this. Start a new folder. And the first one I'm going to do is, oh, sorry. I did not mean to click that. I'll rename that 2021-22 CCS. And I'm going to make my new one for Walter Hill as well. Now I'm ready to start putting things in there that are going to pertain to my next school year. I can still always access my current year by going to my archive and selecting 2021. I have everything here. The other thing that I would do, and you'll see in my archives, I can get rid of old stuff. At some point, you're going to need to get rid of purge stuff. But if I go back to my 2015-16 school year, the only things that I have left in here are my absence certifications. I always keep them, grading and rubrics. These were MAP scores that I kept for that class. I tend to keep those. There are things that, you know, you kind of always keep. I went too far. Standards, SGO, I keep that. Requisitions, I keep just in case I ever want to refer to them, professional development. But all the other stuff I get rid of because I don't need it forever. And I would go, when I have time, I just go out and purge some of the other stuff that I don't need anymore. Same thing here. I have just PLCs, requisitions, courses, that type of thing. Obviously, the most current school year, let's see, 1920, I'm probably going to have a lot more stuff in here because I haven't gone through all of this and purged what I don't need. When I get time, I might just go in here and I have daily lists. I don't need this, so I could delete it, and I remove it and just do that whenever I can. List for thank you notes. I probably don't need that anymore either. And then, if you'd like, you can actually color code your folders also. I have 2021 challenges. I made it red. All you have to do that is right click and you can change the color. You can organize them however you want. Now remember that when you are labeling them, you have to think about your sequencing because it's going to alphabetize and numbers always come first. So however you want it organized, you can add that.